Yo, what's up guys? This is Theo here, and in this video I'm going to explain to you guys what currying in JavaScript is. So to understand this, first we have to look at a regular function, and we'll look at two different functions, and this first function is, again, just going to be a sum function, and it's going to take in two numbers, right? And it's just going to return a plus b, and here we can just constant log a plus b, right? And so if we call sum with 2 and 3, we should get 5. Cool. So what's the limitation on this? Well, limitation is that we have to pass in all the functions at one time, and what we want to do is create what's called partial application and currying. And this is a functional programming concept that allows us to pass in each value one at a time, and again can be useful to break our function up into smaller pieces. So let's write the same function using currying. Okay. So what we can do here now is we can create a function called sum, and right, this is going to take in just one value, and then what it's going to do is it's going to return a function which is going to take in another value, and then it's just going to return a plus b, right? So what we can do is we can just pass in one number, so we can say our result is equal to sum of 2, right? So now let's look at what we have in result. In result, what we have now is just this closure basically. And so now what we can do, let me do this, console log a plus b. Okay, cool. So now with this result, or we can do partial sum is equal to sum of 3. And now we can do partial sum of 4. And what do we get now? We get 7, right? Because what we've done is here we've gotten back this closure, and we can now apply both arguments, and we can pass them in one at a time. Similarly, what we could do is we could continue chaining this on, so we could actually return a function inside of here with c, and we could return a plus b plus c. Now we could do sum of 3, 4, and 5. And now what we'll see, if I log this out, a plus b plus c, is we'll see 12. And again, we can just make it even more simpler. 1 plus 2 plus 3, and we should see 6 there, right? Because we keep returning a function, and we keep getting this closure, and the closure has access to the variables before it, right? So at the very end, we can return all of our variables because the scope remembers them. So let me rewrite one more example using basically just a greetMe function. So we're going to say var greetMe. This is a function, and first it's going to take in a first name. So we'll just name these variables so they're a little bit easier to understand. And so basically, same idea. It's going to return a function here, and this function is going to take in a last name, and this is going to return welcome plus first name plus last name, right? And with greetMe, same sort of deal. Let me just console log this out as well, and get rid of the output there. Okay, cool. So same deal with greetMe. Just pass this into the log statement. We can store it in a variable. We could say var partial greet, and let's just say Theo. So if we var partial greet, equals greet me of Theo, and we can just console log partial greet, and let's look at what we're getting now. And so we're getting this function, right, which is going to take in the last name. So let's look at this, and what we can do is we can pass in Anderson for my last name. And now if we log out partial greet, we're going to get, let's run this, we get welcome Theo Anderson. And let me, we don't actually need to log it out. What we can do, here we go, run this, cool. So now we have welcome Theo Anderson, awesome. And similarly, we could do the same thing. We could do greetMe with Theo, and again, it's not going to run yet. And the minute we start typing in first name, clear this, and we can get the exact same thing. And again, if we wanted to add on some more parameters here, we could keep returning functions, and maybe this has an age, and then we could just go we could just return, first name plus last name plus age, right? So now it's 23. Clear that and run that. Hold on, let me see. And what are we getting now? Let me make sure this is return a function, last name, return a function, age, and what is it telling me? Say greet me. Oh, sorry, we're not actually logging anything out. First name, last name, and age. Cool. So let's run this one more time. So now we're getting everything there. Cool. And yeah, guys. So that's what currying is. It's a combination of using closures and also using what's called partial application to partially apply a few arguments of a function instead of applying them all at once. And this is important, one, to break our functions into smaller components for greater reusability. And secondly, it is also important so that perhaps if we want to store part of these variables or part of the function in a container for later use, we're able to do that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Take care.